Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm very excited because I'm testing the brand new 2025 Wilson Duo Soft golf ball. And it is the world's softest ball again. It's got a compression of 37. And yeah, I've got to tell you, I'm really excited to try it out. Okay, so let's get one out. Let's have a little look. So on the box, we can see it says the world's softest golf ball, longer distance, straighter flight, softer feel, which I think is probably written on every golf ball manufacturer's box. But is it true? And that's what we're going to find out today. So the ball itself, it's very smart to be fair. It's got their new Wilson logo on it. It's got a little putting line with Duo Soft written on there, which I do like because I do use a putting line. And it feels quite tacky, so it feels quite grippy for a golf ball. And I know it is a softer feeling ball, should I say. But I do play with a softer feeling ball, so I play with the Z-Star at the moment. So I do like that softer feel, but the Z-Star does give that extra grip around the greens, and it is a much more expensive ball. We'll come on to the price in a minute. So, this golf ball, compression of 37, it is a two-piece ball, so you wouldn't expect it to be up there competing with the Staff Model X or the Staff Model. It is set at a target market a little bit lower than that. So I'd expect to see sort of mid to high handicappers putting this golf ball in the bag, or maybe someone who needs that little bit of extra distance, particularly with irons. So a key shout out from Wilson on this ball is that it does travel further and it reduces side spin with driver, so that it hopefully finds more fairways, stays a little bit straighter. And yeah, I'm really eager to try it out. I'm also really eager just to see how soft it feels off the face. My concern with softer feel balls is that with driver, certainly for me, I swing around 105, maybe 110 miles an hour on a good day, is that it might compress a little bit too much. But let's have a little look. Let's see how it's going to perform. I'm going to go down to Dale Golf in Brighouse and get this on GC Quad, and yeah, see how it performs. So I'm down at Dale Golf in Brighouse, and I'm going to be testing out the Wilson Duo Soft golf ball. I'm going to start with a 54-degree wedge, looking to hit roughly around 50 yards. Then we're going to go into a 7-iron and then also a driver. Okay, so let's start with the 50-yard shot. This ball's impressive.
Just hold out.
Didn't hit that very well, didn't nip it, but it's pin high, pretty much the right distance. But I did bounce on the semi. Feels lovely. It feels like it flies straight as well, which is nice. Not bad. I feel like I'm tons more accurate with this ball than some others I've tried. That should stop quite well. Yeah,
it's nipped that, hasn't it?
Yeah, that was a better shot. I find with these softer balls, don't get me wrong, the harder balls do generally go further off the tee. The softer balls, I like them for chipping and putting and short pitches. I feel like I've got more control, and this is definitely in that category. Control. That's a nice shot.
Nice.
I'm very impressed with this ball. It's not bad at all from 50 yards. Okay, let's just have a couple more. That was hit well. Yeah, I'm very impressed. Look at the dispersion there. You'll see two green ones at the back of the green there. That's when I thought I was hitting a 3/4 wedge shot and I forgot the distance I was trying to hit. It's a good ball.
So, looking at the numbers, I've actually compared this ball against Wilson's very own Staff Model X, which is their firmest ball in their lineup, and it's also their premium ball. So the Staff Model and the Staff Model X are premium balls. But I just wanted to show you how the Duo Soft compared. So looking at ball speed, for the same 50-yard shot, the ball speed is a couple of miles an hour faster. It's got a higher launch angle by 3 degrees or 3.4 degrees, and the total backspin is actually at roughly 100 RPM more than the Staff Model X. It's got a steeper descent angle because it is going higher, and the peak height is a little bit higher as well. Carry distance, there's 4 yards difference there. However, the total distance is 52 yards, which is very similar to the Staff Model X. So the Duo Soft is actually carrying a little bit further, but due to the descent angle and the slightly higher spin rates, it is stopping, and it's pretty much hitting that number that I'd be looking for a 50-yard shot. I'm hitting it 52 yards on average. So pretty good numbers from the Duo Soft over 50 yards.
Okay, right, Wilson Duo Soft 7-iron. Let's have a feel. This is going to feel so soft, which I do like, to be fair. Oh, that felt unbelievable, by the way. Wow.
That's gone a long way. And that one a miss hit, that one a pull or
That was my little
Stop
fade.
shot.
Yeah. It was hit well. That felt so soft. Oh, that feels good. That feels really good. It's going miles.
The monitor's not cooked either. It's all on standard settings. That's just outrageous. I think we need to move the green. What does it feel like in comparison to the Z-Star XV that you normally play?
The XV is a compression of like 100 or 102 or something like that. This feels like I'm hitting a bouncy ball. But it also, you still get the thud. You still feel the thud on it.
Another well-struck ball. Long again. It's outrageous.
These are going miles. Look at that dispersion on those 3 shots. For a 7-iron, let's see if it wasn't just luck. See a few more.
Copy paste. So you're going to be putting a new ball in the bag?
Well, I mean, you're probably going too far for a 7-iron, right?
Well, those bicep curls paying off.
I've been to the gym this morning. I'll just put that out there. .178 carry. I think I just need to hit one more. I don't need to.
They're impressive. They're good numbers.
Very, very impressed with this ball. Wow.
Copy paste.
Wow. The consistency of that ball.
Every ball flight was the same, wasn't it? Outrageously consistent.
I almost want to purposely hit a bad one just to see what happens, but...
Like saying that you can't hit this ball bad.
That's a big shout. Oh, that wasn't a great strike. That wasn't a great strike.
It's done very well.
That's
really good. So, what would you say to its claims of being the world's softest golf ball?
Oh, it's very, very soft. It is very, very soft, but it still feels still feels solid. Thud off the driver face, or the 7-iron, should I say?
What's it like in comparison to like a Z-Star or a Pro V1 or TP5?
It feels like it feels like a Shrixon soft feel. Very, very consistent though. I kind of expect it to be squirming off all over the place with its compression. Let me just hit one more. Oh my God. I'm blown away. I'm genuinely blown away. Right, let's have a look at those numbers.
So as we move into the 7-iron, the numbers do move apart quite a bit, especially on ball speed. So if we compare it to the Staff Model X again, the ball speed of the Duo Soft at 123.6 miles an hour versus 114.2 of the Staff Model X. That is a big, big difference. And I think that is contributing to the overall carry distance. If we look at launch angle, 16 degrees launch angle with the 7-iron, which is considerably higher than the Staff Model X. The spin number is something to call out. So it's roughly 400 RPM lower than the Staff Model X. And that's obviously going to make it go a bit further in the air. So it's not necessarily getting that spin, getting the height and then dropping. It is literally just piercing the air and travelling, which I think a lot of people will love if they're needing that extra distance with irons. The descent angle again is steeper, 44.9, and the peak height is much, much higher. And that ball is just launching high and staying high. The carry distance, due to the ball speed, is 20 yards difference. That is huge, especially with the 7-iron. Ordinarily, I'd be looking for my total distance with 7-iron to be about the 170 mark, but this is coming out at 190. I genuinely believe this golf ball will help a lot of golfers struggling for distance with their irons. Definitely one to check out.
Okay, Wilson Duo Soft, let's see how it feels. Delightful. Well, that felt super, super soft. Carried 262, total distance 285. All the numbers pretty much bang on that spin. Backspin 2,109. Impressive.
That drive is as good as you can hit.
Yeah, I'm not,
The numbers are perfect.
I can't believe how well that performed. All right, let's see if it was a fluke. All right. A little bit slicey, that one. Started bang straight.
Backspin's high, but it's not horrendous.
No. It's all right, wasn't it? Okay. That was me. That was a bit swing path. Not too bad. A little bit to the right there. A bit more like that. That's not bad. That's in the fairway. I'm just leaking a bit. I think the first shot reeled me in a little bit.
It's 28 yards offline.
Yeah, it's not horrendous, is it?
No.
Okay, should try and a little bit straighter if we can. A little bit of overcompensation there, but travels.
It's done well.
294. Backspin. 2,200.
The numbers you want to see anyway, that's probably just clinging onto the fairway, isn't it? Depending on hole shape, it's only 20 odd yards offline, off centre.
Launch felt a little bit low. Was a little bit.
10.7 degrees.
Yeah, a little bit low, wasn't it?
What would you normally like?
Around the 14 mark, really. All right. Again, not bad.
Solid.
300 yards with a compression ball of 37, is it? Okay. It's more my fade shot. a good shot. That's probably the best shot I've hit.
That's your stock third.
Yeah, that's the one I am trying to hit most times. That starts down the left and just fades back in.
Perfect
In fact,
numbers.
it didn't really fade too much either, did it? Right, let's just hit a couple more. Interesting if I try and hit a bit of a draw with this. That's delightful.
It's done really well. It's gone a long way.
Yeah.
Gone a long way.
All right.
Again, decent numbers. The launch angle's gone up a little bit. Ball speed's getting up to 160.
The ball
happy
does,
with that?
Yeah, I mean, the ball performs, doesn't it? I think the ones that have squirmed out to the right there, I mean, they are in play. If I look at the heat map, they're in play, aren't they, up there? It's not, they're all in the fairway, aren't they? I think sometimes when you look at, certainly for me, when I look at a simulator, it can look like it's veering off to the right, but actually, it's not far from the green. Okay, a couple more then, and then we'll have a look at those numbers. Hit that one well. I think we can leave it there. I think we've got some good numbers to look at there. I'd be pretty happy with all of those drives. I think they're all in play.
Your dispersion's tight, isn't it? The ones that have faded tend to be in that sort of similar area, and the ones that you've drawn again have gone about that 270 to 290 flat to total.
100%, and you'd expect a draw to go a little bit further anyway, wouldn't you? So, yeah, let's have a look on the screen.
So to put this in perspective, on the day I was swinging at around 111 miles per hour. And with the DuoSoft, this is probably where you see most of the difference versus their premium Staff Model X ball. Now there is a significant drop off in ball speed down to 154. However, that's because this ball is not made for this kind of swing speed. Now, I'd expect to see golfers with a swing speed of 100 miles an hour or less really benefit from this. And then those ball speed numbers with the DuoSoft versus the Staff Model X probably would be reversed or much, much, much similar. The launch angle at 11.6 degrees, again, is a little bit higher than the Staff Model X, and this is where the spin is higher as well at 2,725. Now for this ball, with the spin number being at 2,700 or there or thereabouts, with this kind of ball speed at 154, I think those numbers match up really well. I would be looking for a ball to spin up towards 3,000 when it's a two-piece ball. It's softer. You do want it to stay in the air a little bit longer, but obviously you don't want it to be in the high 3,000s, nearing 4,000, because that'll mean it'll just sort of stall in the air. Around 2,700 for me, it's pretty perfect, really. Again, it's quite a steep descent angle, 38.3, and that is due to the peak height again, and the launch angle's a little bit higher, but it's giving me around 258, 260 carry, and rolling out to sort of 279, 280, which is a really good distance down the fairway. I do think golfers with a medium to fast swing speed, like say up to 100, 105 miles an hour, will really benefit from this ball off the tee. When I was hitting draws and fades, the dispersion on both of those was very, very close together. So yeah, I think accuracy, tick, distance, tick, spin numbers, tick, yeah, very, very consistent ball.
Right, okay, so I tested the ball down at the simulator at Dale Golf in Brighouse, and I've got to admit, I'm very, very impressed with this ball. It retails at £27 a box, which, yeah, I'm very, very impressed with the price and the target market, which I still think is mid to high handicappers. I think it's a really great performing ball. Obviously, you've seen the numbers there. So with irons, it's absolutely flying in the air, and that probably attributes a little bit to lower spin numbers, but that lower spin number does help with driver as well. Generally with a softer ball, especially a two-piece, it doesn't spin as much as a premium three-piece ball, and it's never going to do. But also if you do go up to a three-piece, a bit firmer ball, that's when you get the price tag as well. But for the everyday golfer, like say from maybe 10 handicap and above, this ball will do them really well. I loved hitting it, especially with my irons. It was really, really good. I wouldn't say I particularly lost much distance with driver, probably not as straight as my gamer, and that's maybe due to my swing speed versus the compression of 37, or it could have just been a little bit of me on the day as well. But I wouldn't say I lost masses of distance, and it felt really good off the tee as well. When it came to the 50-yard shot, again, spin numbers a little bit lower than with the Z-Star, but the Z-Star is a higher spinning ball for me. But I did get it to stop on the greens, and the dispersion when hitting into the green at 50 yards was very, very good. All in all, for the price of £27 a box, the dispersion on the 50-yard shots, the distance I was getting with irons, which I know some people will benefit massively from, yeah, very, very impressed with this ball. If there was one thing I would change about this ball, I'd probably want to see it spin a little bit more, but equally with more spin comes side spin, which then may mean that it goes wider with driver, it spins a little bit off to the side a little bit more. It would definitely be beneficial around the greens to have that little bit more spin. However, because it is a softer ball, certainly for me, I feel like I do get more control around the greens with a softer feeling ball, especially with putter. I love a soft feeling putt, and I just feel like I can control the distance a little bit more. So this ball will definitely help with that. The straighter flight with irons, though, just blew me away. I think I must have hit 8 or 10 balls with it, with a 7-iron. It was going very, very far because of the lower spin numbers, but the flight of it was great. It was stopping when it got there as well, so it's not like it was continuing to roll out too far. So the verdict on this ball, would I use this ball? Do you know what? Yeah, I think I would use it. Certainly when the greens are softer, which in the UK is a lot of the time. Probably the only time I wouldn't use this ball is in the 3 months of summer where the greens are particularly firm, and I do need that extra spin to keep hold of the ball and just grab it for me. But do you know what? Yeah, thumbs up for me, especially at this price point, a very, very solid ball from Wilson. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. There's loads more to come, including driver reviews, ball reviews, woods, wedges, and also putters. So keep tuned. Please subscribe if you do like my reviews, like the video and comment below, and share your opinion on this ball as well. Thanks for watching, see you soon.